ready?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Born ready.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men, unless it's in the future, and then it's just Nerds to Men.
Well, it'll be new for the people that didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So.
And then for the people who have seen it a couple times, just be like, grr.
Right. Then they can fast forward to get what they want to hear, right?
Yeah. I hope they do that anyway, because we talk a lot.
Yeah, we do. We kind of do ramble on.
I think people like that. I hope they like that.
They better like it.
I mean,
or Darth Cam is gonna come after you.
Darth Cameron. No, Darth Cameo. Which one are we going with?
I don't know. Which one do you like?
What's your middle name? Can we say it? Is that too much?
Darth Cole?
Darth Cole?
No, Darth Colonel.
Darth Elock?
Yeah. Darth Elock. I like that.
Darth Elock.
Or Darth Mac.
Return of Darth Mac.
Yep.
That's what you were trying to go for.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I'm Brad Reed. This is Darth whatever
Cam.
today.
I don't know. Just Darth Cam. It's cool.
All right. And we are discussing Mandalorian. So spoiler alert, times 10, episodes 1 through 3. I'm hoping that everybody is like us and was like, when does it come out? Midnight on Thursday? Right.
Right.
Because I think I read too, because I was wondering that myself. It doesn't really come out at a set time on Friday. It's just whenever. So.
Yeah.
And so
I gotta give a shout out to Katera. We were classmates back in Classon. She's watching. Chris said more like Gray Cam.
okay, all right.
Is that a black and white joke, Chris?
No.
Huh?
No. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that it?
No, I don't know.
That's all the comments, though?
Yeah, all the comments right now. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, so do you have any idea when it did come out on Friday?
I think it comes out like Friday midnight, so technically Thursday night.
It does. Okay.
Yeah, so Thursday night, Friday morning.
See, I was Thursday night. I was like, I might just stay up to watch it, and I was like,
man, honestly and truthfully, I would just wait until you wake up the next day.
Yeah.
Unless you're just up and not doing something, you can't sleep or whatever. Then yeah, watch it.
Yeah. Well, it's really good. I absolutely love The Mandalorian. I mean, we should just jump right in.
I mean, I'm down, man.
Yeah.
This whole the first 3 episodes has made me love Star Wars.
I'm going to tell you this.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I like it. I enjoy it. I respect it. But it's not like I like about Spider-Man or the Ninja Turtles or anything like that.
Yeah.
But, I have, enjoyed the I guess the lore of Star Wars.
Right.
I love the aliens.
Yeah.
I love, Yoda. Yoda is the OG.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, just the storylines are pretty good. Now, there are some storylines I'm like, okay.
You mean overall?
Yeah, overall,
okay,
yeah.
Well, that's the thing. So let's start just a little bit with our background on Star Wars.
Okay.
Then. So I grew up, I remember I loved Star Wars. I loved Star Trek. And, one was on TV, one was on the movies, and so it was a little more elusive. But the thing about Star Wars was the toys. Every time I remember, we didn't have a lot of money, but every time we would go to, it was down the street from where I live now, actually, not too far. I can't remember the name of the store now. It was like, there was a Kmart there, but back in the day, it was something else. It was like, and it wasn't Vans, because that's a shoe.
Venture.
Yes.
Me and my wife were just talking about that. And,
it was Venture.
She's watching right now.
So every time my mom would take me to Venture, I had to leave with like a Star Wars toy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a little action figure. Yeah. And so I loved Star Wars growing up. You get to the remakes. I was probably just out of high school. Not the remakes, but the prequels.
Yeah.
When those came out, didn't love them. Thought they were more for kids and just cheesy.
Yeah.
Didn't really love the special effects.
Man, speaking of the special effects, the remastered versions on Disney Plus, so bad.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like, maybe I don't remember how they looked when they first came out.
Yeah.
But the digital parts just look so bad. They kind of look like my wife, brought this out that, you know, when you see the deleted scenes on like the Avengers where they have like Rocket or the Hulk, where they're not, you know, fully digitally fixed and, you know, made up like they are at the finished product.
Right.
That's exactly how they look in the first 3 episodes of Star Wars.
Wow.
And the first 3, I mean, the prequels.
Yeah. I don't like that. I didn't like the prequels that much. I really liked Darth Maul, and I liked Ewan McGregor. And a lot of people say that the third one, where Anakin really, you know, turns and becomes Darth Vader at the end. Spoiler alert.
Get out.
I didn't even love that one. A lot of people do, so I maybe I'll go back and watch it again because every time I've watched it, it's been after I've went back and watched the first 2, and I'm like, such a chore. I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, crap. Me and my wife have been rewatching it, and I think subconsciously I want to watch all of them before the last Star Wars comes out in next month. Oh, I think like
it's next month.
Yeah. So I think subconsciously that's why I'm rewatching them. But I didn't like them the first go around. I don't like them now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then the current ones.
Chris, little person said Jar Jar sucks.
He does suck.
Agreed.
And we've talked about this at work and a lot because a lot of people at work are Star Wars fans, which I love. So we've talked about it. Like the one Matt at work is like, he knows like all the backstories and all the, you know, he's real into it. A guy I used to work with, David Garrett, he's the same way with Star Wars. Like he knows all of the side stories. It's crazy.
That's cool. Cool.
Yeah. I've got some comic books here that, like, I mean, these are really good comic books too. But you can hold those up while we're talking. But I really didn't. I love the last 2 movies. The first one was like, okay, that's a reintroduction, and they went back to the original kind of Star Wars style as far as here. And this is what I think Mandalorian captures great. The original Star Wars was like Westerns in space.
Yeah, and Mandalorian kind of, you know, reintroduced that to us.
Yes, exactly.
Especially in episode 2.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to talk about Easter eggs a little later. I'll give you one right now. I didn't realize this, but every ending of The Mandalorian is based on a Western movie.
Yeah, and actually, this whole series,
and we'll talk about that when we get to episode 3 here in a little bit.
Okay.
But go ahead. No.
I
mean, I got more on that.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Cool. And if you are into like anime, there or manga, which is the anime version of comic books, this is actually like kind of almost loosely based on Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
Which I'm so upset because I had ordered an action figure from Mezco Toys, and it was called Lone Roach and Grub. And I wanted to bring it today, but I wasn't at home to get the deal. But I'll post photos of it once I get it tomorrow. But
like there's no kung fu in this, but it almost reminds me of like some of those stories. You know what I mean? Like, like there's that element to it.
Yeah.
And I dig it.
It's cool. And then you know the shootout in episode 1 was, you know, so cool. And then the kind of shootout in episode 2, and then the huge shootout in episode 3.
Which another Easter egg. That one was I from what, and I'll give credit to Den of Geek and Screen Rant because I read up on there. But they were talking about where all of the assassins, or not the assassins, but the bounty hunters, converging on him in the street. That was based on John Wick 2, the end.
I was just thinking about that, man. And I haven't even read that. I was like, you know, this is kind of like John Wick.
Yeah. So, like I say, just real quick for those who might have just started, couple things. We are talking Mandalorian. We are going spoilers. If you're watching,
spoilering it.
If you're watching live, it is kind of our signals dropping in and out. Just like if you're watching the show on Disney Plus, has that been happening to you, or is that just my internet?
It's probably just your internet.
Oh, really? You've not had any? It's been smooth sailing?
I have on certain things on my Roku, yes. On my PlayStation, no.
See, I got Netflix and Hulu, never any problem. But I'm watching Disney Plus, and it's all it's all janky. But again, like I say, that could be because we're having internet problems here right now.
Should I do it? Should I try to fix it?
Yeah. Try to fix it, Baby Yoda.
Let me see if I can.
Oh well, you're the dark side though.
Yeah.
So.
Let me see if I can use 2 hands.
Dark Cameo.
I made the screen move. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, that is.
It's not working
scary.
right now.
No. Well, bear with us if
Yeah.
you're watching it live, and if you're watching it later, then it won't matter.
Oh, I fixed it.
There you go.
There we go. No.
Well, we were just kind of wrapping up like the later movies, how we felt about those, which, like I say, Force Awakens, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
There was things I didn't like about it. And then was it The Last Jedi? Was that the last one?
Yes, Star Wars Last Jedi. Yes. And this is the Rise of Skywalker that's coming out next month.
So The Last Jedi, there was things about it I definitely did not like. And it wasn't like stupid things like the cast or anything like that. It was just me. I didn't like what went down with Luke Skywalker.
Me neither.
Like, what?
I will say though that our listeners and watchers are basically making fun of your internet right now. Because Chris Little Person says no dropping for him, and Stephanie Johnson says she hasn't had any problems with Disney Plus.
Right.
So up your game on your internet streaming.
I have no.
Come on,
I'm
sir.
not. I have no.
Get it
say
together.
over that.
Get it together.
Shut up. You get it.
Are you on the low tier?
How about you?
You on the low tier? Like what?
From now on, your job on Nerdz
five
to Men
megabytes per second. Is that your download speed? Your
our
upload.
Internet. You're our tech. Our IT.
Oh, okay.
IT, whatever.
Look, you're making me mad. It's going down to yellow. Now it's down to red.
Yes.
See?
So angry. Oh well.
No, but I'm kind of excited for. We'll get back to the Mandalorian, but I'm kind of excited for the Rise of Skywalker, just for the simple fact that the last trailer that I saw, I think it's the last one that they put out, is where C-3PO says, or the crew is asking him like, "What are you doing, C-3?"
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "I'm taking one last look at my friends."
I know.
Dude, I cannot tell you. Like, I got goosebumps right now just saying that line.
So there was like, I remember when The Force Awakens came out, like there was the clip where it was Han Solo and Chewie, and everybody's like, "My heart."
Right.
And then The Last Jedi, I don't know. I didn't really remember a lot of a moment like that in the previews anyway.
Yeah.
But then this one, it's like, because But see, then they're gonna have movies later, so
yeah, but it's not gonna be the same
But here's the thing, and here's the point I want to make about this and the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about the next episode of The Mandalorian than I am the next Star Wars movie.
No, I totally am too, man.
And that's not, I'm not knocking because of like Solo. I thought that was a good movie. And Rogue One was amazing. I loved that movie.
So I'm wondering where this lies
It's
between
5 years after the
Return of the Jedi?
Yes.
Okay. So if we were to put this in sequence with Rogue One.
With Rogue One, I don't know.
Okay.
You'd have to maybe somebody in the old chat could help us out and do more than just make fun of my internet or something,
Chris said that he's top tier, baby.
Top tier. All right. Well, let's do it at Chris's house.
All right. Let's do it.
We'll bring the studio over. I didn't really look it up as to where it is on Rogue One, but so episode 1, let's start there.
Okay.
Because were you?
We'll talk a little bit about it.
Were you a big fan of the animated shows? Clone Wars.
I did.
Rebels.
I was not the Rebels. I saw maybe like a couple episodes of Rebels, but I did like the Clone Wars one. That was pretty cool. I was actually watching some videos of Anakin's, dive into the dark side. I'm like, wow, they really got into it in the animated show.
Yeah.
But I never watched all of it. I think the last, and I cannot remember his name. It was the season right before that blue guy, red-eyed bounty hunter. I can't remember his name. But that was where I stopped watching.
I didn't finish Clone Wars, and then Rebels. I watched I think I watched the first season, and then I didn't watch a few seasons, and then I was like, I just want to watch all the Darth Vader and Darth Maul episodes.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for those who didn't know, Darth Maul is still alive.
Yeah.
So, did you see Darth Maul in the episode 3 of The Mandalorian?
No, I didn't.
Because he wasn't in it. But,
okay.
But
I was like, wait, where?
The people that were his race, is it like race or species? This says alien races, but
yeah.
I'm trying to look it up real quick because he was in it. He was in it.
Did you see?
His people. But see, I remember when I saw it, it was like it was night in episode 3 at the end when he's out on the street.
Yeah.
And all the other bounty hunters are out there. I saw him and I thought, oh, that looks like the Ice King from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
And so I didn't think anything of it. And then I was looking at my thing of Easter eggs here, and I was like, oh yeah, well that's because because Darth Maul really does look like
right.
If you look at them next to each other, they look very similar. So.
Did you see Boba Fett?
Well, that's been something I've read that people have thought they saw Boba Fett, and then of course, so when I see some of them, I'm like, that's Boba Fett, but I don't.
Well, Boba Fett, it's in episode 3. That's where he's getting his new armor. I think it starts around like the 8-minute mark. It's kind of like a blur, but you see his greenish armor.
Right.
And obviously his hand, you see that little orange spot on his hand or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna assume that's him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's theoretically dead.
No, not in this.
What do you mean? I thought he went in like, what's that little thing?
Yeah, that was in I think like episode 5 or 6 or something.
Well, yeah. This is all happening after that.
Oh. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
So
Sorry.
Theoretically, unless he survived that, which is what people are saying, because we don't know. We just saw him fall into the.
Yeah.
I can never remember the name of that thing.
I don't know.
I'm thinking Rorschach, and it's like the something. It sounds like that. But yeah, it theoretically he's still dead.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like you could see those that look just like him and think, oh. That thing has even the little antenna on it or whatever, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool too that because I heard that Taika Waititi was in the show. He actually played IG-11, which was the bounty hunter droid that the Mandalorian met before
in episode 1.
Yeah, before they met with the package.
That was
Baby Yoda.
Yeah. That was a great episode. So, and again, it was very Western in space. You know, it's almost like they pulled up to this old New Mexico town or old Mexico town, and you know what I mean, and had a shootout.
Real quick, the pit that you were talking about was a Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc, yeah. Rorschach. The Rorschach pit.
Yeah.
But at least I didn't get it so confused. But like the Lazarus pit.
No. Different.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, the
Sarlacc.
Sarlacc. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So he fell into that. Am I right?
Yeah, and Chris said that he gets out of the pit. That I don't remember. I got to rewatch it, but I don't remember that part. But yeah.
Yeah, and you could be right, maybe, but I don't remember that.
But also too, Jon Favreau.
Yes.
I don't know if he was actually in the show or if he just voiced one of the other Mandalorians.
It was the one he got into the
fight with.
Yeah. Right. That is correct because he wrote these.
Jon Favreau is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like he has brought my love back for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say brought my love back because it wasn't like I never not.
It kind of, but yeah.
But I mean, he made me love it even more. You know, he basically made the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Iron Man. So it's just like Jon Favreau is amazing.
Now that he says that, like I'm picturing Boba Fett like with his rocket.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. I mean, well, I do know I'm stupid, but for some reason I thought he was dead or presumed dead, but he could be right and probably is. So there's that. So maybe you did see him.
Yeah.
Because I would think you would then.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he's keeping a low profile, like, what they...
Well, that one guy said, we stay underground and only go up one at a time. And so, yeah. Maybe he's underground in the Sarlacc pit.
Maybe. Maybe they are in the Sarlacc pit. Ooh. Maybe they made a home out of it.
Yeah. Like, hey, I kind of like it here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. What are you guys afraid of?
I like what you did with the drapes here.
The internet here is great.
Top tier, baby.
Top tier. That's gonna be the new name of our podcast network. Top tier.
Top tier. Yeah.
Our internet sucks, but podcasts are great.
You right?
Okay, so so episode 1, he's on the journey. He finds the package.
Yes.
Which is
Baby Yoda.
So that's been everybody has immediately you're like, okay, is that Yoda reincarnated? Where is this taking place?
Mm-hmm.
We do find out that we found out earlier that whoever he was going to find was 50 years old.
Yeah.
So, and of course the Yoda species age crazy.
Yeah, because Yoda, I think, died around 900 years old.
Something like that. So there was that. And then he finds the baby Yoda, and you're like, there's only been 2, right? Yoda and Yaddle.
Yaddle, yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be their love child.
Who came up with the name for that?
I don't know.
Come on, that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Yoda, Yaddle, Fiddle, Faddle, stupid.
Got in the bed to battle.
Oh. And they made this baby Yoda?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
That is possible.
Because, we didn't see Yaddle die in the Star Wars movies.
Yeah. And then, but I keep having to do the math, but I guess, because other people said, well, was he a reincarnated Yoda? And I'm like, I don't think Yoda had died then.
Uh-huh.
Not at that point, if this dude is 50.
That is also true, yeah.
So, if that's the case, I think it's a clone.
I was going to say that, yeah, because the guy, the doctor, who was in the episode 3, whenever the Mandalorian got him, he actually had the insignia of the clone.
Yes.
In episode, was it 2?
Yeah.
Where they were doing the clones?
Right.
So it could be a clone.
Yes.
But I also heard, too, that every so often that the Yoda species, you'll see 1 or 2 of them at a time. Mm-hmm. So this could be, maybe Yaddle's baby boy, baby girl, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Or again, like you said, it could be a clone.
Right.
Which I'm gonna kind of think that they're alluding to that, since we see so much of his kind of backstory in those flashback scenes.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking, that it might as well be a clone.
I think it's a clone of Yoda, probably. And they were probably going to make more clones of him, mm-hmm. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think that's what they were up to. So that's my theory. I'd love to know what everybody else mm-hmm. thinks, because to me, that's the one that makes the most sense. I've even heard that, going back to the movies for just a second, people think Rey might be a clone.
Of who, though?
I'm not sure.
Because she don't look like any of the Skywalkers. So, it could be a reincarnation of, not reincarnation, but a clone of Anakin's mom.
Yeah.
Because supposedly she had Anakin with no dad. So
yeah. Yes. I don't know. I don't know about the Rey being a clone. Other than I would say it's got to be up there as a possibility, because they've been so mysterious about who her parents are.
Uh-huh.
And then, I don't know. It might explain some built-in Force.
Yeah.
Because back to Baby Yoda, he's obviously got the Force. So the species of these, whatever they are, the Yodas,
uh-huh.
Either they have the Force innately.
Yeah, I think all of them are Force sensitive, creatures.
Or they're gambling on the fact that if he's a clone of Yoda, he's got the Force.
Right.
He's got the Force. He's got the Force. No. So yeah, that's why I think it makes the most sense.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? I
Yeah.
mean, you kind of agreed.
Yeah, I think so.
Were you leaning towards anything originally?
No, I was
Because I honestly wasn't. My buddy Brian at work was like, "Oh, I think he's a clone," and I was like,
well, because
Makes sense.
before I realized when this was taking place, because honestly and truthfully, I was thinking that it took place before episode 1.
Right.
That's
right.
what I was thinking at first, and I was like, "Oh, this is Baby Yoda."
Yeah.
And then you know how IG-11 said that some species age quicker than
Right.
than normal,
Right.
or human form, I guess. So I was like, okay, well, maybe this is, and which also kind of like how you said it's been 5 years after Return of the Jedi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So so with that being said, I figured they do age 10 years faster than normal. So 5 years, he's 50. So that's what maybe if he was a baby and not a clone, then that's what I thought. That was actually Baby Yoda.
Right. Yeah. I thought at first I wanted it to be like a reincarnated Yoda, but I think it's genius that the Mandalorian. Obviously, they're giving us a character that we don't know anything about in the Mandalorian himself, and his name is eluding me. They've written his name. I don't think they've said it on the show.
No, they haven't. Yeah,
but and he's at least got the mask, so you're like, okay, it's familiar.
Yeah,
because of Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
Yeah,
but then they give us Baby Yoda because I mean, Yoda is. Everybody loves Yoda,
right?
That he was one of the best characters in those movies. I mean, at least to me, I loved Yoda.
Oh yeah,
loved Yoda. And I know a lot of people, like a buddy of mine's got a Yoda tattooed on his neck,
really?
Yeah. So I mean, I can't be the only one who just loved him. And so they gave us two real familiar faces, but in a different characters. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, it's like, because I think, imagine if they gave us some guy that you never really wasn't familiar with and some other character that also was
right.
You'd be like, would you be as invested?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. So this was great.
Yeah.
John Favreau
is amazing.
Is a genius writing this stuff. And then the people that they have directing it are great.
Yeah, I will say, though, the one thing that I don't like about The Mandalorian is the intro music and the outro music. I don't like the music.
Well, I think the whole show is great. I have spoken.
Okay. Okay, Nick Nolte. Okay.
I had to throw that in.
Right.
That dude. I don't remember the name of that guy either. The one that was helping him.
Yeah, I could
I have spoken.
Yeah.
And
Jerry Bennett actually did like a quick draw of that, and that was. I mean, Jerry Bennett's amazing. So.
Yeah. Which on the edited version, we're gonna feature some of the stuff.
Okay.
Because he drew some baby Yoda, and then yeah.
Dude, do you think that Yoda, like a distant cousin of that species, is a Mogwai? Because I swear to God, it looks like Gizmo.
Their ears are
somewhat the same, right?
Yeah, their ears are kind of the same. But the thing is the original Yoda was supposed to look kind of more like a gnome.
Oh.
And so they said like they changed him a lot, but the ears were like what kind of stayed to kind of give him more like a fantasy look to him too. Yeah. But yeah, so but you're right, they do kind of
because I mean I'm telling you,
and baby Yoda and little baby Gizmo, some of the faces,
and the way that they do their ears too,
is
such totally the same.
Either that or some artist is lazy as hell.
Right.
You know what? I'm just gonna overlay this Gizmo and got it.
Yep.
Done. I'm going to lunch. So, but yeah, so that basically that's episode 1 through 3 has been him finding Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
Then episode 2, we get him traveling with Yoda to try to get home, and they get held up. Well, not home. He's taking him because Baby Yoda is his bounty.
Yeah.
So he's taking him to cash him in, basically.
Right.
So we find, like along the way, he starts kind of relating to the fact that here's this. He's 50, so I mean, come on, he's 50. He's pretending to be a baby.
Right. Like, how cute is a 50-year-old?
No, like, okay, boomer, you're
right.
You're a grown man, Yoda.
Right.
You're 50 years old.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to carry you around like a little baby.
Right. I gotta wipe your butt too.
Yeah, hell no. Not for no 50-year-old.
Shoot.
But anyway.
Brad hates old people.
I don't. I just wanted to throw in okay, boomer. But no, but he, he's a cute little baby. And so we start finding out more about the Mandalorian who he was and where he came from, and the fact that he was separated from his family, it looks like.
Yeah. Or they were killed and he got away.
Because the last thing I think I remember on his flashbacks was he was like in a little hidey hole, and then a droid opened it up.
Yeah, one of the droids that you saw in like the first
which is why he has an aversion to droids. Like you saw that in did you see Brian Posehn, the comedian?
Mm-mm.
He was the driver when he was like,
oh yeah. And did you realize that his first bounty was Horatio Sands?
No.
Yes.
That's who that was?
Yeah. The blue
awesome.
fish dude. Yeah.
That was so great too when he put him in the carbonite.
Yeah.
And you were like,
yeah. And I didn't realize when he said I could bring you in warm or bring you in cold.
Yeah.
That's what he really meant was the carbonite. Like he was gonna, be cool.
Oh yeah,
with
you think dead or alive?
Yeah. But no, it was just carbonite.
You're right. I didn't even think that till you said it just now.
Yeah.
There was cool things like you find out like when there was a scene where they were trying to take his weapons, and he was like, "I'm a Mandalorian. My weapons are my religion."
Yeah. Yeah.
You find out that the Mandalorians are kind of badass.
They are, dude.
Boba Fett. And this is why I was really mad when they canceled that movie, because I always loved. I mean, he wasn't even in the movies that much. I mean,
and you could, I guess, chalk it up that he was a bad guy, but he really wasn't.
He was a bounty hunter. He was a businessman.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if the Jedis were like, we got money for you.
Yeah.
You take care of Darth Vader for us, or
right.
whatever.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he would do it if the price was right.
But I'm just saying, like, because you never get to see their faces or anything, like. It's interesting how they've given us a lot of backstory on the Mandalorian without having ever have seen his face so far.
Yeah.
Other than as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think almost like, man, how do I even relate to a character where you don't even see his face? You can't see his emotions or his expressions.
Right.
And they've done a great job of doing that and, playing off of little baby Yoda with him and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how this man who only cares about the money,
and even I don't even know if it's the money as much as it's the Beskar or the steel.
Yeah.
Because he uses it for his armor. But they also, who are the foundlings? That's what I want to know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
so if y'all know, let us know.
But they use it, goes on to benefit his people too.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's as in service to money as much as he's in service to his people. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. But also too, real quick, my wife said that she loves it all. She's excited for each episode. Mm-hmm. Jonathan says you take your anger out at nursing homes, and Chris says I watch it as soon as I get home from work on Friday. The Mandalorian, obviously.
You're right.
But
he was making the joke about me saying "Okay, boomer." But
yeah.
No. Actually, those are way older. They're not boomers, and I love those people. But 50-year-olds. No, I'm kidding. So where were we at though? Oh, okay. So that brings us to what we knew was eventually going to happen, which is he takes Baby Yoda back to Grief, whatever that guy's name was, and gets his money and he leaves.
Yeah.
And Baby Yoda's like, and you're like, oh, my heart.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because whenever he does, get his money, that actual like canister has been in the original Star Wars movies.
It was I guess it was the second one. Was it the second one where they went to meet up with, where basically Han Solo loses his? No, he doesn't lose it. What happens there? But the guy's carrying that canister, and people thought it was like
an ice cream maker.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it turns out it was that.
Yeah.
And like Jon Favreau was like, you know, he was like, finally I get to tidy up that mess.
Right.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I got the guy's name. I got his picture behind me. I'm so bad with names, and you know it.
Yeah.
Donald Glover. Who was he playing?
Oh my goodness.
See?
Billy D. Williams' character.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. I messed it up too. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he wasn't in this show.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad.
Me too. Because it's every time I'm like, ugh.
Watch we're gonna call each other, and it's gonna be like
Somebody on the chat's gonna be like, "You idiots!"
exactly.
I want to say it, and it keeps not.
What do you
coming
think? What do you think?
out. Woody Harrelson.
Oh my God.
No. I just said the first thing that came to mind. I can't think of it anyway. God. Okay, so he drops him off, and he leaves, and then so he goes and he meets, and that guy and him are talking about. So, you know, what are they going to do? And he's like, man, that's really out of character. You know, we're not even the guild. That's not the guild's way. And he's like, why don't you go doesn't drink. He's like, why don't you go get a something or other of spice?
Yeah.
And I like, ooh, what's the spice
I know. Let me get a taste.
Yeah. Cause you know, was it Han Solo used to, you know, he used to, transport spice. And then C-3PO said he was afraid he was going to end up in the spice mines.
Yeah.
So I think spice is like, you know, it's either like an alcohol or a drug for these
aliens.
Yeah. So I want to try it. Try some spice. You in?
I mean, I'm down.
All right. We're going to see what's up.
Lando Calrissian.
Lando.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Did somebody?
No.
Just came to you. Yeah.
Well, I feel better now.
So when he goes back and he rescues Baby Yoda, there was another droid in that room. Did you notice that?
Yeah. That was in interrogating Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't interrogating. It was going to do whatever to her. But yeah.
Well, yeah. People have said that it tortured her.
Yeah.
So that was another Easter egg that people had seen. So, but yeah. So let's see. And then so he basically has to rescue Baby Yoda. I thought it was so awesome when all of the Mandalorians showed up.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Also, too, another Easter egg, the Mandalorian's weapon was used in the cartoon back in the day, Boba Fett's cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's like a taser.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. Yeah. So, and he used that in the cartoon back in the day.
I saw another Easter egg so you remember in the movie when they're in the trash compactor and they have to put that little thing up to keep it from... That was in the trash next to like Baby Yoda's little pod when he found it in the trash. That was it next to it.
Yeah, and then the other one where the little droid that comes out the wall, that was Jabba's droid.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's little things in there that there's some things that just stick out, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some little things in there too that keeps your...
Yeah, it is. It's cool. And you know, one thing is like sometimes I watch them, like I had to go back and watch them all 1 through 3 yesterday because I'll watch them, but I don't necessarily am always trying to look for all the things to see in the background.
Right.
Because I feel like you're going to miss out. So it's good. You can watch these episodes a couple of times and you're going to get something out of it. And we're only 3 episodes in.
Yeah.
But so far it's been like an hour-and-a-half movie that's been awesome.
Yeah, man. It's like I told you this off on the phone when we were talking about it, and it's just, you know, I didn't realize how short they were when it was over like that.
Yes. Well, watching them again, I was still like, this doesn't feel like 38 minutes or 40 minutes. It really paces really good.
Yeah.
And I love it. And again, I just really enjoy the fact that it goes back to that Western and space theme. Look, feel, all of it. And then again, so I mentioned that earlier. I'll tell you. So episode 1, it ends with a homage to a Western movie. I'm trying to remember what it was. The second one is Shane. And then the third one was Fistful of Dollars, which is, and I recognized it immediately when he pulls out the the metal and it saved him from the gunshot. You know,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. What was the first one though? I looked it up earlier, but I'll have to look it up again. But it was when I saw him, and I'll have to go back and watch episode 1 again now that I know, because I didn't catch him first. Like,
And episode 1, meaning the episode of 1 of Mandalorian.
yeah, Mandalorian, yeah. But all of them, they've all been based on westerns that at the end, like had some kind of scene that was an homage to the original, or to the western movies, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Because again, that's what. I was hoping that some of these newer movies were going to go back to that kind of.
Yeah. So
even though they did, and you can do it in lighting and stuff like that, but the story is what I'm talking about.
Going to the comment section, my app closed it out, so I couldn't see, but they did answer us.
Oh, okay.
Lando, we could think Donald Glover played.
I'm sure everybody was like, Lando!
Right.
Lando!
And Chris Littleperson said that he's going to take credit for our answer. So I don't know if that meant me, but honestly and truthfully, I did not see it until just now. If you can see, my app has closed, and that's like the first answer was Lando from Jonathan Turney.
Right.
But yeah. So just put that out there.
Because we were talking about the ice cream maker.
Yeah.
That one. So Lando, you idiots!
Right. Chris Little Person said that the steel that they have is basically lightsaber repellent. So we'll see, if we see any lightsabers.
I finally pulled up the thing I was looking up. So the Darth Maul Zabrakians.
Oh, okay.
Which that's even a cool name. I want to be a Zabrakian. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of other.
Zawackian.
Oh yeah,
because you're whack.
I don't think I'm very whack. This was one. Okay, so did you notice when he was talking to the guy that kind of like helped him out, but then had to like fight him because he broke the code, and he was like, I'm your only hope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you? Were you like?
I noticed that, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then what were those little things the
Jawas?
No, that he was shooting at people that went everywhere.
I forgot what they were called.
Okay, so the whistling bird missiles.
Whistling, there we go.
The people at Screen Rant thought that it was a take on Iron Man.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So, and then again, we mentioned the John Wick 2. Okay, so the first one, the ending was a tribute to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, okay.
Then Shane, and then Fistful of Dollars, which was the third episode of Mandalorian.
And I said repellent, I meant deflect. His armor.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So, but either way, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you kind of find out why they have all the lasers and stuff now, because steel is so hard to find. And, well, I mean, that might have been apparent before, but
yeah.
Or is that something because of the Empire? How like things have gone so wrong.
Yeah.
They had to go to pew pews instead.
But I liked how the stormtroopers are back, I guess.
Oh yeah, I read that there was a reference that I guess like one, and this has happened in real life, but once the war was over, there was still people out on different planets, like outlying planets, still fighting because they didn't know, or like the governors didn't tell them, oh by the way, Empire lost, you can go home.
Yeah.
And so they were still out fighting. So some of these troopers might not even know that they're not fighting for the Empire anymore. So I thought that was interesting, because that's happened in real life. Back in the day,
right?
When letters didn't arrive for like months. Y'all.
Oh yeah, you didn't know. Sorry.
Yeah. You can go home.
Okay. Yeah.
We're sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool too. But so that brings us to, he escaped with Baby Yoda. He's going to be on the run.
Yep, basically.
What do you think is going to happen from here? How many more episodes are left? There's 3.
I think there's 5 more. I think there are 8
total.
episodes.
That's what I thought too.
And did you hear how much it cost to do an episode?
No, tell me.
$150 million.
So how much did the first movie cost altogether? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Because I'm wondering, like,
Well,
how it's probably close.
I mean, I don't know. But all the puppetry in that one, I don't think it was that much compared to obviously the prequels, episodes 1 and 3 or 1 through 3. But I mean, this one obviously is done way better. I mean, technology has, advanced so much.
And it looks more realistic. And I'm going to talk about something real quick that is off of Mandalorian, but we went and saw Terminator not too long ago together, and there was some scenes where they had made somebody look younger, a couple people.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, wow, that looked more like they had some extra footage from back in the day that they filmed rather than, because like with Princess Leia or Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I thought that they did a good job with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you can just tell, like, even though it looks good, it just doesn't look real.
And even with, oh my goodness, was it in the which episode was it of the movies, Star Wars movies? It might have been one of the Rogue One or Solo. I can't remember, but the guy that was, he was already old, but he had died. And they basically,
Grand Moff Tarkin?
Yes. So,
But see, even he had like that weird kind of glow. Like it was like,
right.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look real. But now they're starting to like really kind of, I feel like, make it look real. So I did even see, did you hear this news about like, they're going to make a new movie with James Dean?
Yeah.
I think that's a horrible idea.
Very.
Because I just think it's wrong. Like I wouldn't like, if they're like say what's inevitably going to happen probably next year sometime. I'll give it 6 more months. I'll be like, Cameo, I'm tired of your dark side behavior, attitude. You've force choked me for the last time.
Yep.
I'm no longer going to do this show. And then like a couple years from now, I die because I'm lonely. And then you bring the show back and you just deep fake me.
Yeah, I can do that.
I would not like that. I'd be mad.
Well,
because I'd be like,
suck it up.
He never even bothered to apologize. And
this is my new host, Whack Reed.
You stupid.
He's from Zawakian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, So I don't really know what to expect going forward because it's almost like that episodes 1 through 3 could have played out through 1 through 8 if they wanted to.
Right.
I'm glad they didn't really make it that drawn out, but certainly he's going to be on the run.
Yeah, because honestly and truthfully, I thought maybe him going to get Yoda back was going to be a hassle for him rather than, I'm going to go back to the planet that I, dropped him off at.
Yeah.
And, we're going to go from there.
And that's the other thing I kind of dig about The Mandalorian too, is he's not bulletproof. He's not perfect. He messes up and, he like, you're like, oh man, he's going to scale the Jawa, machine. And then he gets knocked off. It's funny though. Like, it's not funny, but it's interesting because if he just was so good and like they've made the comments a couple times, like, he's like, I'm surprised you didn't leave. And he's like, I'm surprised it took you so long when he went to go get the egg. Or I believe the other guy, So he's got a little bit of, I don't know, flaws to him. But I think that's all like that. And his backstory is just the enough perfect mix that he was the type of guy that would have said, I'm going to go save this baby Yoda. So I like it. I dig it.
Yeah, I dig it too.
And, all right. Any more comments before we move on from Mandalorian?
Chris said their armor is worn most of the movies. I've seen their armor has always been clean white. And Jonathan Turney said that how he likes how the armor is worn and dirty. So I do kind of like, because you've never seen a dirty stormtrooper,
right?
And you see them now, which I think is a better look.
Well, yeah, because I mean they've been through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's cool.
Jonathan Turney says no more Empire dry cleaning services.
Right. Yeah. They don't have Centos coming.
Right.
Dropping off their fresh stormtrooper unis. That is correct.
That's funny.
Well, man, I cannot wait every Friday. I'm
I know.
glued to it, and it's been perfect the way they did it instead of like DC where they drop all the episodes at once. Because again, I mean, it's perfect for them anyway.
Right.
Because I would have binge watched this and been done with it already.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and I'm wondering. I'm wondering if anything will be alluded to in Rise of the Skywalker with what's going on with oh my gosh, Mandalorian.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it'll be so far after that because this is only 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but since we have Baby Yoda now, is there going to be another Yoda?
Yeah.
Like, are we going to see something at the end, or sometime in the middle?
No, I see what you're getting at now. Like, okay, so because he's 100-year Yoda, or maybe 70 or something.
Right. So like.
It could be. Maybe it will be that Rey's a clone, Yoda's a clone. All these people are clones.
Maybe
because I don't know. Maybe she's a clone of Luke, but they made her a girl somehow. They made her.
It could be, yeah, or that this could be Rey could be Baby Yoda's love child.
Yeah, because I don't know
somehow.
I know how clones work with plants. Which, that's you clone them so that they're all females. But with people clones, I don't know. And did they know when they wrote all of it how clones really work? So who knows?
Yeah, I don't know,
yeah. I mean, in their world, maybe you could just change something and make it a different gender, but it's Luke's clone.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So,
or it could be like one of those deals where how Anakin didn't have a father, maybe this is the same way with Rey, but she has no mother or father.
Right.
And it's not technically a clone.
Yeah.
She just arrived as a baby, and then she's been on her own ever since. And I don't know, maybe could be.
Well, and that's I think two things to your question. That would be cool if somehow there is something that happens in The Mandalorian that does play into this last movie. But then again, would that mean that Jon Favreau had to pitch them that idea? Like, how many years are we out now? 8 years ago? Not 10 years ago?
Yeah. It could. Jonathan said maybe it will play into the next series of movies, 10 through 12.
That would be cool. That would be real cool. Real cool. I would love that.
Because I mean, I guess the Jedis are coming back. I mean, if the Rise of Skywalker, sorry.
Yeah. Well, they could just, like I say, they'll have a bunch of clones, and there you go.
Yeah.
Well, again, I know I said this earlier. I'll say it one more time. I'm looking more forward to the next Mandalorian episode than I am the movie.
Oh, no. Yeah. Same here.
So, but the movies do wrap up, or the show wraps up before the movie comes out, right?
I think so.
Well, that's a good lead up.
Yeah. Because that's why I was wondering if, well, actually, no, I don't think it does, because if we have 5 episodes, next week is the 29th, 6th, what's that? 13th. Yeah, no, it wraps up afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought it was going to be like the week at, like the 28th or something was the last.
Because I think it comes out the 20th before Christmas, and then we have one more episode after the movie.
Maybe so.
Because as you know how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of tied in with the Avengers movies. So I didn't know if that was, again, if Disney Plus was like, all right, cool. This is the storyline that we're going to hit in Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
Jon Favreau, try to tie this in to that.
Could be.
So, I don't know.
I mean, sure. There's got to be. There's a good chance that something could pan out in that. If it'd be as soon as those, I don't know. Yeah. But if even if it did later, like John was saying, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So
I love Disney Plus, man.
Well, that's it for now. Our next show, we're going to be...
we're not going to talk about Jedi Fallen Order?
Oh, I tried to.
Yeah, you try to cut me off, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let's before we do that,
Got to force choke you before I leave.
and this won't be long because I haven't even got to play it, but that game did just come out. So you got to play it. Did you beat it?
Yes, I finally beat it on Tuesday.
Already.
But I didn't realize there's 4 different levels of difficulty. You have the story mode, which is, easy. You have Jedi Knight as like, I guess, medium. Hard is Jedi Master, which I played on. And I can't remember the last one. I wasn't even going to look at that. So, yeah, it took me longer than I thought it would because I thought that was like the medium difficulty.
Yeah,
I thought story mode was just the title of those 3 deals.
Right.
But no, I was playing on the hard level. But this supposedly takes place 5 years after Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
Okay.
Because I wasn't for sure when this took place. I thought this was after Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, whichever one. But yeah, because I thought Darth Vader was deceased, and we see in the video game that there's something in there that I don't really want to talk about if since you haven't played it.
Yeah. We won't spoil the game.
No. But I mean, it was fun. Cameron Monaghan plays Cal Kestis, the main character of the video game.
So it's not like the last Star Wars game that came out was like a Battlefront kind of adaptation into the Star Wars, which had some cool, like I love the space battles and stuff. But this one's more of a like a role playing game.
Yeah.
Or let's say, is it like Grand Theft Auto? Is it like Arkham? Is it?
It's more like Arkham.
Okay.
But
big map, but kind of a set.
Yeah. You have set paths that you need to go. But yeah, I will say it's kind of like the first Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Because you have to go into these, set areas. There are like secret areas that you can go into, but like you said, you have a set path that you need to take, set things that you need to do. You can, once you beat the game, you can go, back to those planets, and if you miss some of those secrets or chests or anything like that, you can always go back and do that. But overall, I will say that it is probably one of my favorite games. Not I don't put it over Spider-Man,
right?
PS4, but yeah, it's up there. It's up there. I like it.
That was another one I was thinking about. It would be like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Which I just played again the other day with my nephews. That is such a fun game.
That is an amazing game. I cannot wait for the second one, the sequel to that.
Right.
But also too, they're tying Spider-Man into the new Marvel's Avengers game, which comes out May 15th next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Whoops. I was trying to look at some comments too. Sorry.
Yeah, being amateur.
Well, I got to get that game. Man, speaking of video games, my brother just got. It's not the newest Call of Duty, but I think it came out in April. It's the newest Black Ops game. And the last one that had zombies, and we were playing zombies on it yesterday. Have you ever played the zombies on Call of Duty?
No, I don't really play Call of Duty.
Oh, the zombies is like a game unto itself, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's awesome, and I think you'd love it because it's like, it gets harder. The levels go on, like more hordes of zombies come, but the maps are always cool, and so I think you should try that. But that's a game I got to get, and the only reason I mentioned that is because I got to get that one and this new
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, because everybody I've heard is like it's pretty cool.
I think Jonathan Turney's sitting on a gold mine right here. He needs to reach out to this. If they were to make a Mandalorian video game, he said they need to get Rockstar, who did Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
That would be cool. That's exactly what they need to do.
And we need a Yoda game too.
Well, it'd probably be like, little Yoda and Mandalorian on their travels. Well, all right. So, yeah, definitely go pick up that game. Let us know what you thought of the game. People were, we had like 61 comments here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I know people love this Mandalorian show.
Yep.
All right. Well, so are we gonna do the next show live, Cameo? Probably not.
Nah.
All right, but we are. Stay tuned for the next show coming up later this week. We both watched the latest Toys That Made Us. Is that the name of the show?
Yeah.
On Netflix, the Ninja Turtles, and we wanted to talk about that and just kind of Ninja Turtles. We love Ninja Turtles.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So yeah, we're. Because next week is a holiday week for many, not all, but many. So I'm going to take the week off.
All right.
So that's what we're going to do instead. We're going to do. Oh, and also though, we're going to follow that. It's going to, at the end of that show, you're going to get to hear an interview with Kevin Eastman.
Yes, I did an interview with him a couple years ago. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a minute. And nothing obviously that we don't already know or that you possibly hadn't heard in this the Toys That Made Us. But yeah, there's some other insights in there.
Yeah,
and
it'll be cool.
Yeah,
it'll be real cool. So that'll be up within a couple days probably.
Yeah,
Just give me a couple days and that'll be up. So, all right. I think that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. Darth Cameo. You got your little...
What?
You're gonna say, keep it nerdy, or I don't know how you're gonna
keep it nerdy.
You forgot your line again?
No,
you forgot your line again. He forgot his line.
No,
again.
I couldn't remember if I wanted to put put a smile on the face on your face, or if I wanted, and then I kind of froze, and I was being very amateurish.
No, I thought you were being dramatic. Very dramatic.
I am very dramatic.
All right.
So my wife says.